Hello and welcome back to True Treats. This is week 3. Thank you for joining us. I hope you guys really enjoyed last week and enjoyed the recipes as well. This week we have a lot of fun and a lot of fantastic recipes coming up.
It's week 3 and you heard her. We've got some great recipes coming up this week, starting off with some chicken wings with some Mambo sauce representing the Washington Redskins, who are taking on the Dallas Cowboys with their Oregon-inspired turkey chili.
Have a great time watching the videos.
Have a blast with Monday Night Football.
And I hope you enjoy the recipes.
Check it out. First up is the Mambo sauce with some chicken wings representing the Washington Redskins. The first thing we're going to want to do is build our sauce, so as it simmers and thickens and enhancing the flavor, we can prepare the rest of our meal that goes with it. To start our sauce, we put a little water in the pan, added some sugar and some ketchup as well. When we did our research, we noticed how many people commented on the sugary sweetness of this sauce, and as we started adding our ingredients and realized how many of them were sugar-based, we started to understand. On top of the ketchup and sugar, we also added in our paprika and some Frank's Red Hot hot sauce. Frank's is one of our preferred hot sauces because not only does it have the spiciness, but it also has flavor that develops very well in your food. And for the tanginess, well, we added a little bit of champagne vinegar. White vinegar would work also. Next, we're going to take that pan, put it on the burner, and start bringing it up to temperature. We're looking for those air bubbles to maintain their shape as they come up. That means the thickness that we're looking for is just about there. While our sauce is thickening and developing flavor, we'll start to cook our chicken wings. There are many different processes you can use to cook chicken wings, but this is one that I have found that develops the best flavor and moisture in the chicken while still getting a good crispy skin. So we started by boiling the chicken for a little while. This gets a lot of moisture inside of the skin. Once we take it out of the boil, we put it onto any kind of a top surface and we add salt, pepper, and season the skin of our chicken. So when we get ready to grill it, all that flavor will absorb into the meat. Before we grill it, we want to fold it into that classic wing shape by tucking the very tip of the wing right behind the main joint and giving us that little neat fold. We place all of that chicken inside of a bowl, and then we take our Mambo sauce that's been preparing on the side and we drizzle it all inside of that bowl. Then we take some tongs and we'll just mix up that chicken so it's all completely covered with not only our spice rub but our sauce as well, so when it hits the barbecue that flavor will sink in. Now we're going to take those chicken wings out back and we're going to throw them on the grill. Always make sure to have that grill nice and hot before you put anything down on it. And to help fight the meat from sticking to the grill, take a paper towel with a little bit of olive or canola oil and just rub it down beforehand. After a nice slow cook to crispify the skin on our chicken, we're ready to take them off the grill, bring them back inside, and throw them in the oven so we can glaze them with some sauce. Turn the oven to about 375 degrees. Take your chicken wings, put them on a nice pan there, and drizzle even more sauce over them. One thing that's classic about chicken wings is they've got to be covered in sauce. After you do that, take them, throw them in the oven, and the sauce will glaze right on. We paired these Mambo sauce chicken wings with a nice house salad with some fresh vegetables from our garden out back, just to keep a nice balance of protein and vegetables, and we've got some extra Mambo sauce on the side just in case. Next up is those Dallas Cowboys, and we're making an Oregon-inspired turkey chili. If you have a crock pot, use it. We placed our beans in there before we went to work and let them slow cook all day so when we got home we could finish off the chili. To do that, we certainly are going to need some onions. For this, we use both red and white onions to give a nice balance and mix of flavor inside of our chili. And it would not be a good chili unless we had some fresh garlic in there to kick up the flavor. So we crushed a few of those cloves using the knife to just press down and break the skin, peel that skin off, and dice up our garlic. We've mentioned it a few times here, but we're lucky enough to have our own garden. And this heirloom tomato right here is fresh from the garden that day, so we decided to use it in our chili and just kick up that flavor to another level. Now that the first round of veggies are cut, a little olive oil in the pan and some heat. That sizzling sound is always nice because that means our pan was perfectly hot before we threw anything in, so nothing's going to stick. Next, we tossed in our turkey from the local store, and of course, a little bit of salt and pepper for some seasoning. Since we're doing an Oregon-inspired turkey chili, we decided to add some fresh vegetables in there to give it a little bit more depth and texture. So we chopped up a couple of carrots and of course some fresh broccoli just to give a nice balance all the way through the chili. One of the great things about chili is that it's like stew in that you can put almost anything inside of it, let it slow cook down, and you'll have a great meal. We toss those carrots and broccoli right into the pan, and then it's time to start building the flavor behind our chili. First thing that we're going to add is some chili powder. The next ingredient that we're going to add is an unconventional one, but one that we've been using in our families for a long time, and that's hot cocoa powder. This gives a nice balance and sweetness to the chili that really helps keep an even keel all the way through once you're finished. Next, most people add any kind of a tomato paste in. Well, since we made New York pizza last week and had some of that great sauce left over, we decided to use that instead to develop even more flavor in our chili. Next up is the kick, and that's our Vicious Viper hot sauce. Picked it up at a local hot sauce and actual beer making store in town here. About 3 or 4 shakes of this and you'll have a nice kick in the back of your throat when you eat this chili. Once those stew together for just a few minutes, we throw in our beans straight out of the crock pot using the leftover liquid that we had in our beans to help build quantity inside our chili. Next, we throw that lid on and let it slow stew until it's to the thickness that we prefer. For our chili, we like a thickness level that fits with that old saying, sticks to your ribs. That way, a little bit of that mixed with some rice would be a great meal, and you can keep it in the fridge for days. For this meal though, we decided to throw it on top of some fresh hot dogs to fit with that Monday night feel and make a classic meal of some chili cheese dogs.
We're just hanging out in the garden waiting for Monday Night Football. Hope you guys enjoyed week 3 recipes.
If you did enjoy the video, give us a thumbs up or favorite this down below. We always love to hear how we did and what you think and what kind of recipes you might like to see next. So leave us a comment down below, a video response. You can always find us on Facebook, you can find us on Twitter, and now even Google+. Remember to check out the link down below for more information that we just could not fit into the video, including full recipes. And as always, stay tuned every Sunday as we've got new videos coming out next week, week 4, Monday Night Football.
And as always, keep on cooking.